Yeah, so Pipe's over there. It's dead flat right now, but that's where it'd be, where the big like Christmas tree is. And then Rockies is directly in front of us. And then Sunset is over there. You know, it's like I grew up at Rockies, so of course I just surf Rockies the most. If I grew up at Pipe, I would have surfed Pipe every single day, probably, even when it's small. Like, I only surf Pipe if it's like Pipe, you know? Pipeline is scary. So there's obviously just the wave by itself is super gnarly. And then there's everyone out there, and everyone out there is like they're the best surfers in the world, and like the best surfers at surfing that wave in the world. Yeah, it's nuts. But if you get a crazy wave out there, it's like the best. Yeah, Pipe, I feel like I'm kind of growing up to it and almost like with it, to where I feel like now I can go on sets out there, and like this last winter I felt the best I've ever felt surfing there. And even not surfing there now, I feel like next winter I'll feel more comfortable. Like, you kind of figure it out. Like, we had bigger boards. I always rode such small boards out there. Now I'm riding a little bigger board. Like, this board would be a Pipe board. Like 6'4", 18.44, 2.40. On the perfect peak, I'm going left, for sure. There's so much more creativity you can do with backside tube riding. Being able to like slide down the face of the wave is so cool. And the fact that you could let go and pump, or you could just keep holding on, like there's a lot of room for creativity backside. You watch someone like John, like there's just like things that you can do backside where you watch it and you're like, yo, that was cool. Hitting the end section at Pipe makes me feel like it's a bonus. And if I do hit the end section at Pipe, it's because I'm like came out and I'm just so psyched that I came out, and you're like, oh, and then you just hit it for shits, like, and if you make it, then you probably got a really good barrel because you're just feeling good. Like the potential and possibilities are really, really high. Ooh.
Who do you think has the best shot at winning men's side and women's side?
Fuck, I hope I win it. Yeah, I gotta get down from here. I'm trying to answer, but I'm like, my arm's burning. My dream Pipe barrel is a dream. I take off no hands really late. I go to bottom turn and I like kind of catch my front thing, and I like to like this, but it kind of puts me deeper. And then I like pump into it, no hands, and I'm super deep. And then I come out in the whitewash, and then I'm like, holy shit. And then I get a huge air section and I do a 720. It's like if I can go like this and like keep moving and land backwards, and it like makes sense in my head and my body can do it, then I do it. I surf Pipe blank times a year. I surf Pipe however many times it's good times a year. Bro, there's no way I don't surf Pipe like 15 times. I surf Pipe 50 times a year. 15 times a year I surf Pipe. Waves are worth a lot out there. I mean, the best wave of your life is priceless. Put a price tag on that. $6 million. It's like house. It's like a house on the North Shore. If a nuts one comes to me and I'm, feeling like I'm on, I'm gonna go. When I was a kid, I like learned the feeling of sending it, which is a sick feeling. All the way to like going to just like talk to a chick, or like go to like do anything that's scary, You're always psyched after. Even if you like eat shit, you're just still just like, ah. I first surfed Pipeline when I was 8. I first like really surfed Pipeline when I was like 10, but like the first time I ever paddled out there was probably like 8. Yeah, like my first proper barrel at backdoor, my dad pushed me into it. I was like probably 12, and it was like a full like backdoor little runner. I have a clip of it. I was psyched on it. No priority will mean I don't have to think about priority, which is like that at that point it just depends who you have in your heat. You know, it could be the sickest thing ever, or it could suck. Uncle Mike and Uncle Derek above the pecking order. Like doesn't matter about anyone out there. They're going on waves. You know, whatever they want. Please, you know, like hello. Like Uncle Mike and Uncle Derek are like above the pecking order, but the coolest. Jamie's on his way. He gets any wave he wants, and it's like Jamie's like a legend. There's everyone, and I'm like 22 years old. You know, I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, you don't really need to do that, but if you do need to do that, there's usually someone like that's also going in front of you, and you need to like let them know. So. 100K will make me happy. You know, maybe it could help me get like a property or something. Just seeing that number in my bank account would be sick. I think there's way less people at Pipe with the jersey on. And just that alone for me is so like, you get a good time period where there's good waves coming in your heat. It's like a dream. You're like, wow, I can go on this wave and there's not a bunch of people everywhere. Dream. My name is Beschen, and this is the breakfast I'm gonna eat on the morning of the Vans Pipe Masters.